Good evening. I welcome you to the third episode of Uncork Podcast, the podcast that gives you all the highlights, everything you need to know about the Nigerian wine and spirit market. In this third episode, we'll be talking to a guest who is one of Nigeria's most experienced event service vendor. He's involved in the event service end of the wine and spirit value chain. He'll be sharing with us new insights, inspiring revelations, and of course, the evolving consumption pattern that we witness in Nigeria at the moment. He just came back from a tour of France. He visited some regions in France. So we'll be asking him questions about why did he go to France and which exciting new feedback did he find from visiting the different French wine producing regions. So on this episode, we'll be uncorking quite a lot, and I hope you enjoy and have a blissful watching experience. Today, we are having a very, very interesting guest in the studio, one of Nigeria's most experienced beverage services, event management company owner, who has for over close to 2 to 3 decades now have traversed the Nigerian beverage industry, especially with regards to the wine and spirit sector. On this episode of Uncork NG, we will be looking at his experience, his journey through the industry. He recently traveled to France to visit the wine producing country of France. We would also hear from him the insights and the highlight from that visit. Of course, we will dive into the evolving issues within the wine and spirit industry, especially with regards to events. What are people drinking? How are they drinking? Are they still spending more? And we may also touch briefly on one issue that is dominating conversation in the industry, which is the issue of counterfeit and fake. So permit me to quickly welcome and introduce Mr. Samson Onuoha, who we popularly call Sammy J. And I call him my prof.
Thank you.
Prof,
You're the
welcome
prof
to the
show. Thank you for having me. My name is Samson Onuoha. Founder Sammy J Event Drink Services, catering beverage for events, mobile bar setup, professional waiters. So we help to create memorable experiences for events, weddings, birthdays, and private parties. So, all the way we create from the cocktails, welcome drinks, cocktails, the choice of drinks for the client. For parties, they want to have what they want their guests to drink, from the basic drinks to the premium. But most especially, we handle premium drinks. We like giving guests that experience of, at the end of the event, they have something to take away, experiencing the 5-star service. So it's all about hospitality for me as well, because the guest must feel something. So we help to create that experience at Sammy J. We're intentional about delivering professionalism, consistency. My guys are trained, the waiters are trained. We've been in the industry for
over 20 to 30.
So it started from a passion of a genuine passion for creating an experience for events, going away from making cocktails, pouring drinks, to guests experiencing something different when they come to event. So that was what inspired my. So I'm so passionate about it. So if you come to my event, no matter how small, you will find me there. Every event is very important to me. I don't see any event as big or small, but I must be there to make sure that. So that's the passion for me. Things have to go through the process. I need the guests to feel it. When they come into the event, we want to welcome them with a smile. We want to give them that experience, not just pouring the wine or leaving the drinks on the table and then that's it. So it's beyond pouring for us.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much. I've experienced some of the events that you managed and you anchored, and I can tell you for sure, you're one of the best in this industry.
Thank you.
And that's why we are happy to have you today, and we are lucky also to share from your word of experience. Now, recently, you traveled to a wine-producing country, France, right? What inspired that journey? What did you go out to look out? Which part of France did you actually go to?
I went to Bordeaux, which is one of the most celebrated wine region in the world. They are rich history, the vineyards, and then their winemaking process. It inspired me. I wanted to learn more from the glass to the table. I mean, so I needed to find out the process that gets this wine done, and I wanted to experience first the richness, the rich culture of. I know Bordeaux is very rich in their wines, so it inspired me to visit, and it was a huge experience for me. I had to go through the craft, did some wine tasting. They are very rich in their own wine making process, and I was able to gain a lot.
Okay, fantastic. And for someone who is in the end of the value chain, the consumption value chain, that's how I can describe your flow, because service is where the actual consumption happens. For you to journey to want to find out what happened, even from the point of the vineyard, from that, for me, is remarkable. And it shows that you are not just interested in pouring, but you're also interested in how the wines
was what
evolve.
Inspired me. I wanted to see it firsthand.
Okay, fantastic. I will tell you that this is remarkable. Now, let me ask you this. How do you think the Nigerian wine and spirit industry has evolved? Are consumers being more knowledgeable, more...
I think they are, yes. We are
the Nigerian consumers,
yes. I mean, because although not everybody, I mean, for wine drinkers, not everybody knows the wine. I mean, by the time we drop it, they just want to consume it. So, but now people are beginning to, get used to having wine, differentiate, what kind of wine that they want, and, from the entry level to the medium to the high. So, but for events like what we do, we sort of, have it from the medium, because we know that not everybody. So there is a particular set we want to say, okay, let's have this. But then the wine is what they want to appreciate. So we sort of have from the entry people to enjoy from going from the medium, the entry to the medium and to the high. And for those that really know their wines, we make sure we give them and then it's beginning to gain ground. Wine is beginning to gain ground, especially with the white wines. I mean, before, usually we'll do a lot of the red wines for event, because anywhere if you come to the event, it's red wine everybody wants. But these days, people want to taste the white wine, the Sauvignon Blanc, the Chardonnay. That's what I mean, because probably because it has to be chilled, that coldness, and from the kind of temperature we have, instead of
and the kind of food, the spicy food that we also have. So
we are moving now. Is moving towards everybody liking the white wine more than I've had event that I did a lot of the red wine, but I found out that the guests were really asking for the wine. I was like, why? I mean, this is a shift. It used to be red wines on the table and a few people asking for white wine. For those you see that ask for white, that means that's what they are drinking. And that's what.
Let me also throw this question in. People say Nigeria is a sweet market, a sweet wine-dominated market, but I know it's usually applicable to very young drinkers. Do you have old drinkers that are also asking for maybe sweeter wines or sweet?
Yes. There are some set that want the sweet wines, especially the ladies. For the dry one or the medium sweet, it tends to be for the younger ones. But we have people asking for the not too dry wine.
And what about sparkling wines? Are they
sparkling wine? The sparkling champagne is the in thing for event. Everybody
is champagne still big as it used to be? Champagne people is spending money on champagne.
People spend a lot for champagne, and because we have their options. There's the Prosecco, there's the other ones that are sparkling. It's all sparkling wine, but because of the region where it's coming from, champagne. So, it has to be called champagne. If it's not champagne, it's not champagne. So, but for me, I try to make sure to we push the sparkling wine because it's the same because of the cost too. The people are not ready to spend more again on buying too many expensive champagne.
Yeah,
If they can have an option of mix and matching the bubbles, the bubbly for the event, yes, they will do that.
So on the average,
we throw that for the introduction. So the welcome.
Yeah. So for on the average, what would you say in the past 10 years? What would you say would have been the shift from people demanding champagne to now moving to prosecco? Could you say maybe there's a 20%, a 30% drop in the demand for champagne, or
the drop? Let's maybe say 40%.
Okay.
Because people still want to drink their champagne.
Yeah, regardless.
But because of the price, I mean the cost now, and the volume of because I'm particular about event, and event is about volume, it's about the numbers. So you can see
on the average. Let me also ask you this. Sorry, I'm cutting in. Yeah. On the average, what is the average number of guests in an event that you normally handle? And that also add to this question: what is the most significant event that people do and spend a lot on wines and spirits? Would it be birthdays, weddings?
Birthdays. Birthdays and weddings.
Okay.
But more for birthdays, because some is the milestone. 50, they want to go all out and celebrate. 60, the same. 70, I mean, and then you see friends wanting to also support and then have making sure that the drinks are flowing and they have choice champagne to offer their guests. So yes, birthdays.
Birthdays are the biggest. So what is it on the average?
On the average, for what
guest number? Yes, you cater for
up to 2,000 guests. So it depends from 200, 500 to 800, 1,000 guests, 1,500. So I mean, we have capacity for all.
Okay, fantastic. So would you say that events are very big avenues for sale of wine?
Yes.
Bigger than maybe supermarkets and other channels.
I do say that every time. I said, I mean, you can always get your volume for sales at parties because the club won't give you the same numbers. The supermarket won't give you. So imagine a guest of 1,000, and I'm going to do wine. Like do an estimate for wine. I mean, everybody, I could go for like three wine per table or 4 wine per table, and that will give me almost about 40 to 50 cases in one go at a party. I mean, even if you have a shop that is that deals in wine, and I mean people are coming, I mean you can't for like the duration of say like 2 hours, 3 hours
deplete that
kind of volume. So yes, that's where
so that what it means is that there's a significant opportunity in the event space for wine and spirit.
Space, yes, it exists there. That is it.
Yeah. Okay. So, given the realities of the economy, would you say that events are happening more frequently or less frequently?
Events are happening more frequently.
So people are spending for events.
This part, I mean, you understand that we love celebration. So there's nothing small, there's nothing big. Even if it's a child dedication, you want to call your friends, you want to offer them drinks. So yes, it's all about celebration. So people want to spend. So regardless if it is your birthday, if it is your wedding, funeral, receptions, whatever, because we like spending too. We like showing off. We want our friends to see our achievements. Yeah, that's for me. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So I will ask you, are people drinking more red wines? Although we alluded to that, do you think that red wines or white wines are gaining?
White wines are gaining ground.
More markets now.
Yes. I did one event, and I mean, like I said earlier, I underestimated the number that I was going to use for the white, and I felt maybe people would not truly want to, except for some few. But it turned out that a lot of the guests were asking for white wine. So I like. And I've had that like at another event. So I'm beginning to like feel like people are now appreciating the white wine.
Okay, let me take it again from another angle. What do you think is you also do a lot of cocktails and spirit. Compare wine volume sales for event or consumption for event, and cocktails and spirit. What do you think?
So for me, spirit and wine, yes. But cocktails is more like, adding that to the beverage that we're offering. So we can use that as welcoming or in between the event. And not for those that don't want to drink alcohol, there is an option for them to also have something to drink. But yes,
so spirit and wine,
and wine is what is more like
the major drivers.
The major driver, yes.
Okay, so I'll go straight to this most important question. The elephant in the room, some people would say. Nigeria has experienced a lot of issue of faking and counterfeits, yes, right? Well, you can speak to the extent to which you want to speak, but how do you describe consumers' reaction to this? Do you experience this at events? Do people ask you,
it is what is killing the industry now? Because, I mean, the confidence, the client don't have confidence, for us to provide, because the market is saturated with fake drinks. So they prefer to bring in their own drinks. They prefer to import it themselves. I did one recently, and they had to do a shipment of the drinks they want to serve. So we have that option too, for you to bring your drinks and serve. We have genuine places that we get these drinks, the major importers. But it's very difficult for you to convince your client.
So there's a trust issue.
There's a trust issue, yes. So they just tell you, no, don't worry, for the spirits, the champagne, we'll handle that, but just go on with the other drinks. Wine, yes, because they feel like wine, it can't be fake like as much as the spirit. So it's a major problem. It's really, really a major problem, because as at far back then, the confidence was there. You see them saying, okay, just give me an estimate of what you think would be enough in terms of spirit, the normal drink, champagne, wine. But these days, they'll just tell you, no, just do the soft, the beer, and the rest, and then leave that to us. So what they do is they want to bring that, ask friends that are traveling in for their parties too, to help them ship some of these drinks in. So you find out that the Glenfiddich that it's different from what they are.
Okay, so what do you think is the long-term implication in the industry?
Yes, the long-term is
traders,
that
for players in the market.
It's going to take a while before that confidence can be restored. I mean, it's a huge problem, except for the importers to just assure the client that yes, they've been able to deal with this issue. Because, I mean, for events too, these guys will come to your venue, they pick up bottles, they go and repackage something. There's a lot of things going on with these fake things, and it's really killing the industry.
Wow.
It's really killing the industry.
This is interesting. Okay, so what final message you have for the hospitality industry, for everybody who is in this sector? You occupy a very significant place in this hospitality business.
To just keep going.
What should we do to double our profit with the economy?
I think at one point in this present administration, everything was more like uncertainty was just there. You can't really put a price on any drink, so you see the back and forth. By the time you wake up tomorrow, you see the price have gone up. And all the other beverage companies are putting up their prices. You wake up and you see. So you would have sent out, a quotation, and at the end, maybe before the clients are approved and everything, the price have changed. So I think we just keep going, keep pushing, doing what we know we do best, and then and let the government too
do their own
part.
So, but would you say we have achieved some certain level of price stability?
Yes, for now, yes, we have. Yeah, the price stability. I mean, we have achieved that for now. Prices are stable. It's not as fluctuating like it used to be. So yeah, I think we'll get there.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Mr. Onuoha, Sammy J. Today you have heard it from him. The Nigerian market is a positive market. We're looking forward to the future, a better future, and those who are playing in the industry hopefully will be able to benefit once the economy improves and the industry begins to experience a new trend. Thank you so much, and
thank you for having me.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.